Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. Since it's the weekend, let's do the whole darn weekend. Saturday, November the 28th, National French Toast Day, and Small Business Saturday. It's a good day to get out and, support businesses in your community. Sunday, November the 29th, is Electronic Greetings Day. I wonder what that means. What's an electronic greeting?
I have no idea.
Would that be just like sending a message through social media or something?
I have no idea.
Well, one way or another, send an electronic greeting today. And I've got a greeting for you as well from deanacarter. She says, Merry Christmas. She's got a Christmas movie out, another one. Now, we talked to deanacarter like a year ago. And when we talked to her last time, she had a Country Christmas, I think it was maybe 2 that was out at that point. Now, I believe it's a Country Christmas 3. We're going to be chatting with deanacarter, country musician and actress, coming up in a bit.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such, brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. A Spanish study found that dog owners have a 78% higher chance of catching COVID. Same study found that getting home delivery of groceries increased the chances of contacting corona by 94%. So saying people who were having somebody bring groceries to them instead of them going out and getting them. That makes no sense to me. So instead of seeing a bunch of people at the store, if you have one person bringing them to you, you increase your chances? That doesn't make any sense. And a new study found 60% of Americans fear they will not see their loved ones this holiday season. So 60%. And there's probably a certain percentage that would be excited to not see their loved ones, which is sad because I love my loved ones. That's why I call them loved ones.
I'm going to see mine.
I am
so
too. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by timeforrehab.com. According to an arrest affidavit, a Florida mother forced her 2-year-old son to smoke from a vaping device containing THC so the child would sleep better and eat better, she said.
That's disgusting.
22-year-old Kiera Clarice is being held on felony child neglect charges after her former girlfriend alerted the victim's father about the vaping. The witness also reported that she had canceled the boy's medical appointments out of concern that a doctor would discover the THC in his system. Clarice was released from custody early in the morning, posting a $3,000 bond. She's scheduled for arraignment December the 15th. According to court records, she was convicted last year of drunk driving and placed on probation. So she's 22, and she's got all kinds of terrible decisions that she's making. Hopefully somebody can step into this young lady's life and help get things straightened out, because, boy, that is very concerning.
John and Heidi.
Now, Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. Royal insiders say Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are being pressured to drop their $100 million Netflix deal over the smearing of Princess Diana on the TV program The Crown. So, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but Royal insiders also say season 4 of The Crown is not an accurate portrayal of the real family's circumstances. So, not sure.
Over the smearing of Diana.
Apparently, it wasn't a very good representation.
Why would her son
I don't know.
agree to be involved in the smearing of his mother?
No, he's got his own deal with Netflix. Meanwhile, Netflix has another show that's been very negative.
Okay, I thought you meant
they're saying
drop the deal with them about the smearing.
No,
Okay,
no.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the California mansion that served as Kris Jenner's home on Keeping Up with the Kardashians is on sale for $7.99 million.
Holy cow.
Here's the interesting thing. Kris Jenner never lived in the home. Ever. That was used as the home on TV in the show, but it was never actually the residence. So that's weird. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way courtesy of TimeForRehab.com. New Orleans bed and breakfast that allowed guests to stay in the nude is no longer allowing guests to stay in the nude. They're no longer clothing optional. They're like, nah, you gotta wear something when you come to breakfast at the bed and breakfast. So
Gross.
It's a weird. That's a very specific thing. That's not something everybody would want. But can you imagine if you booked that accidentally?
That's pretty
You
gross.
show up to breakfast in the morning and I'd like to get some waffles. Whoa! What is going on down here?
Yeah.
Rats as big as bunnies are taking over Central Park and roaming the streets of the Upper West Side in New York City. So I'm not exactly sure what is going on
Rats
there.
as big as bunnies.
That's exactly what it says. Don't know what's going on there. And speaking of New York City, New York City's infamous Black Widow, Barbara Kogan, was released after serving 12 years in prison for her husband's murder. 12 years in prison doesn't seem like long enough for murdering
No,
somebody.
it doesn't.
So I'm not sure what the details are on that. I've heard of that before. I've heard of the Black Widow, but I don't know the details. California police arrested a 12-year-old boy for a prank 911 call that provoked a SWAT team. When the kid called 911, he's 12, and he told them that his mother just shot his father and he was hiding with the gun. None of that was accurate. He was just playing around. It was a prank. It was a really bad idea, a very bad prank. So he was arrested at age 12. Bad idea. A gender studies student at the University of Illinois Chicago was arrested for stalking her ex-boyfriend and shooting him dead.
Whoa,
That
that
escalated.
escalated quickly.
It's way too much. That I don't know what was going on there. An Idaho woman was sentenced to 1 month in prison for having a sexual relationship with 2 teenage boys. So it does not say how old she is, but gets to go to prison for a month. City of New Orleans has canceled Mardi Gras for 2021 due to a spike in COVID cases. So they already
heard
looked
that.
way out. And when is Mardi Gras? That's usually like in
coming
the
up.
spring, isn't it?
I think it's February, isn't
Is
it?
it? Okay. I've never been to Mardi Gras, so. But I guess I won't be going this year, which I wouldn't have been anyway. And a new lawsuit accuses this. I don't understand this whole
A friend
thing.
of mine offered, if you just send me a photo of your breasts, I will mail you some beads,
Oh, is
which
that
I thought
what's-
was really,
That's
really generous since the event was canceled.
oh, that is a good way to do
Yeah.
it. Yeah, but I don't think that's probably a good plan either. Is that what you were taking photos for? Just kidding. She was.
Everybody likes beads.
She wasn't really taking photos. And a new lawsuit accuses SoulCycle's star instructors of making homophobic comments, also having sex with clients, and fat-shaming coworkers.
What are we talking about?
SoulCycle.
What is that?
I have no idea. I was kind of hoping you would know what it is. I've never heard of it, but apparently they're in trouble. So
Okay.
there you go. Your scoop of the day on the John and Heidi Show.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, But I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show this weekend. We have country superstar Deana Carter, and she's also an actress as well. She's in a fun movie that came out last year, and now you've got another one out as well. It's a fun country Christmas movie. How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you?
I am fantastic. Now, we talked last year about the last movie that you were in, and now you've got a new one that just came out, A Very Country Christmas Homecoming. And where can folks find this movie?
On the Up Network, Up TV.
I'll throw a link in the show notes so folks can find that. But let's talk about the series, A Very Country Christmas, and how you got involved.
Well, I was just lucky enough to get the call to play Jolene, who is she's the heart and soul of this small town. That Zane is a very successful recording artist. He's out there with girls screaming and chasing him on the road. And she has mentored him and as a child and up through his career and everything, and just been a source of comfort and advice for him. She's Southern, very sassy. And Jolene had a career of her own that was super successful when she was young. So now she's paying it forward with her experience and her just being in the town and having had that success. So the second movie expanded Jolene's story a little bit with her past love. She has an ex-husband, and she had a daughter, and she's reviving her own music career with this new pop artist. This movie, the Homecoming movie, is about Zane and Jeanette, his new wife, coming off their honeymoon, and Jeanette's ex-father-in-law shows up in town and throws a little bit of a kink in things for the community. So Jolene steps in to be the buffer there and help everybody through it.
That sounds real interesting. Now, it's called A Very Country Christmas Homecoming, and in the movie, you're playing a country musician, but in real life, you're a multi-platinum country musician, and you've done very, very well. How does it feel to get to play this character on TV that kind of somewhat, maybe a little bit resembles you?
I'm a lucky girl because I have so much to draw from. I really do. It's funny because the character description for her, I was reading it and I just thought, oh my goodness, you guys have pulled up my whole life. Like, how did you know to write this part for me, which they didn't write it for me, but it just totally fit. I mean, like a hand in glove with what my life has been like and been about and what I'm doing now. I'm writing with new artists and giving advice where I can and lifting them up where I can and supporting them. So it really is the perfect scenario to step in and play a role that's so close to my own experience.
Now, Up TV has this franchise, A Very Country Christmas, and this is the newest installment. Would I be able to find the others, too, and watch all of them?
I know you can find them on Up TV. I'm sure on their website or their the social handles you can find the catalog for sure. And you might want to do that to catch A Very Country Christmas and then A Very Country Wedding, which was the last one, and now this is A Very Country Homecoming. So that's a really good point and a great suggestion to do that this weekend.
Get all caught up and be ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. I hope they keep doing them because it's so fun, too, to come and together with the cast each year because you really see the changes, the kids that were little bitty are now growing and all of the crew and just it is truly a reunion. So I hope they'll keep the series going. They should take it to TV, let it be a TV series like every week.
That would be really cool. Now, the thing I was going to just say, you've had a chance to work with some of the same characters, so do you guys almost feel like you've become a bit of a family?
Absolutely. The first one I wasn't remarried. The second one, I was remarried. So everybody's going through all these different life major things in their lives. A lot of the actors in Canada have gone from one series to another. I saw Bea Santos, who plays Jeanette. She was on a series that I saw here in the States. And, it's just amazing to see their careers grow because they're young and following their heart and working hard. And it's just so wonderful to get together and get caught up. It really is a reunion.
Deana, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us about it this weekend.
Thank you, and God bless you. Have a wonderful holiday season. We're already there. It's coming at us full steam ahead.
Absolutely, and Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. You too. Merry Christmas.
Again, our guest this weekend has been Deana Carter, country musician and actress from A Very Country Christmas Homecoming. You can find that on Up TV, and there are 2 previous movies from the same series, and I'm going to throw a link in the show notes to all of the information to find all of those for Up TV to help get you in the Christmas mood this Thanksgiving weekend.
Addiction. It's not a pretty thing. Addiction can lead to many problems in your life. Addiction can drive away those who love you the most. And addiction can lead to the loss of jobs, relationships, and even your life. Don't let addiction tear your life apart anymore. Get the help you need to defeat addiction and put the pieces back together in your life. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. They want to help. Timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
What is the relationship between these 3 groups of numbers? 147, 2580, and 369.
I have no idea.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you think you know the answer, shout it out right now so everybody around you knows just how smart you are when I give you the answer. And the answer is, they're the columns of numbers on a keypad for a telephone. 147, and then down the center, 2580, and then 369.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So that's more of a question than a fact, but
Right.
it is a fact. So I told you. So there you go. Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Do you have a credit card? We'd like to help you get a better credit card. If you don't have any credit cards, we'd like to help you too. At bettercreditcards.com, we have credit cards that offer different things for different people. Some cards offer points. Some cards are designed to help you build your credit. Bettercreditcards.com wants to help you get a better credit card, no matter what you're looking for. See if we can help you find a better credit card at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for a news headline from somewhere in this world. Dateline Brazil. A Brazilian company is selling a Harry Potter broomstick scooter that, that travels up to 37 miles an hour. What? You imagine seeing somebody drive down the road on a scooter that looks like a broomstick? $740, by the way, for those of you wondering just how much that would be. There you go. It's a news headline from somewhere in this world.
At WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com, we help you get ready for all the fun holidays throughout the year with fun, silly, and just plain weird gift ideas for your friends. If you have a friend who has a bizarre sense of humor, we've got a gift for them. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com posts a link to something that will make you smile each and every day. Whether you buy these weird gifts or not, it's worth checking out just for a smile. WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. That's WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
Now some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A 14-year-old Omaha boy was caught driving 125 miles an hour, trying to evade state troopers. Pursuit happened at 9:10 p.m. Troopers spotted a Nissan Altima going 100 miles an hour. The driver wouldn't pull over, actually sped up a bit, got up to 125 miles an hour. After the Nissan exited the interstate, the trooper performed a tactical intervention that brought the vehicle to a stop. That's when they discovered the Douglas County Youth Center is where they ended up taking the kid. The driver was just 14. Arrested on suspicion of felony flight to avoid arrest, felony willful reckless driving, operating a vehicle without a license, and other traffic violations. It's a big, long list. But, yeah, he's 14 years old, and he's already gotten himself in trouble for going 125 miles an hour. It's a bad plan.
Yikes.
Get on the straight and narrow right now, young man. Boy, oh boy, it's a bad way to get things started. This is Weird News, brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. A Florida man accused of contributing to the delinquency of his 8-year-old son after deputies say that he had the kid tag along during a recent series of crimes. 36-year-old Ernest McKnight III
Gross.
was asked by detectives, "Why did you take this child?" And he said, "I was trying to toughen him up. I don't want him to be soft."
Wow.
Yeah, that's bad. The boy was with McKnight last week when deputies say McKnight burglarized 3 unoccupied dwellings. He stole a car, and he made off with a package stolen from a front porch. All of these crimes took place in the city of Lake Wales. An arrest affidavit said he was arrested Thursday after leading deputies on a high-speed chase. They spotted him in a stolen vehicle, a red Hyundai, that was also, taken. It was stolen from a road surveyor. The affidavit quotes deputies as saying they clocked him at 120 miles an hour, and only after they caught him did they discover that he had this kid with him as well. So an 8-year-old child along for the ride. Not a good plan. It's today's...
That's horrible.
Yeah, today's moment of da.
Early to bed, early to rise makes you healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a great quote from Benjamin Franklin. At InsuranceChicken.com, we know a thing or two about great quotes. We help people get great insurance quotes every day. It's super simple and free to find out if we can make you healthy, wealthy, and wise. Okay, I can't guarantee that, but I can assure you we'd love to help at InsuranceChicken.com. We want to help you pack out great deals on insurance. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for fake news or Florida. Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it fake news made up to trick you and amuse me? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Fake news or Florida. An Orlando woman told police that she could not get a DUI because her 9-year-old daughter was driving. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say fake news.
It is fake news. I'm really proud of you because I remember a story similar to this, and I don't remember what the details were.
I think it was his dog.
Could have been. Well, I know there was
his
one.
dog was driving.
But I think there was one where they had like a child in the front seat, and the guy like jumped over in the passenger seat, and he said, "No, my kid was driving." So I thought you were going to guess, and then
no,
you were
there was one where he jumped in the passenger seat. I don't know who was driving.
Oh, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, said I don't know. I don't know who was driving this car.
You are smarter than I even thought. So
Wow,
she's really smart.
Thank
You
you.
are smarter than you look. So
Whoa.
I'm kidding. You look smart too. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. It comes your way, courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And this time of year, there's so many awesome stories because it seems like more people do nice things this time of year. Because this time of year, it just, kind of seems like it's the season of giving and people do good things. But I think we should do this year-round, by the way. Here's the headline. Community saves D.C. restaurant known for serving the needy. A D.C. restaurant that is known for giving a helping hand and helping people out. They were going to go out of business because of the COVID pandemic. Well, thousands of donors stepped up and they helped save the restaurant from going under. So the guy's name is Kazi Manan. He owns a place called the Sakini Halal Grill. It's a South Asian restaurant downtown D.C. And last week, he was prepared to lock things up, close the door for the final time. In a last-ditch effort, he launched a crowdfunding campaign on GoFundMe. And he just wanted to let people know, I got 1 week left. If there's something we can do to keep it going. Turned into over $280,000 that came in, which is really cool. He said, I was so overwhelmed by the love and support. A few days ago, I had tears because I was afraid of losing everything. And today I have tears of happiness and joy. His generosity and compassion for the needy is something that definitely factored into the response from many. He's had an open door policy for people who are homeless to come in and sit down and have a meal. And he's known to have done this for quite some time, sometimes as many as 80 free meals in a day. Aww. He estimates that he's served somewhere in the neighborhood of 20,000 free meals in the last 5 years. So for the last 5 months, his restaurant operated under very limited conditions because of COVID. And he said he'd been borrowing money from banks and friends and anything he could to just keep it going. And it just wasn't working. He couldn't do it. And finally, this GoFundMe, again, it turned into a really nice thing that's going to help save this. So it's a cool thing. I just clicked on it. Now it's over $300,000, so $318,000.
Awesome.
So
love that.
The number just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I've got a link to the story in the show notes. You can see that in the show notes at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show.